Good morning, guys. We are here. It is about 8:30 to 9 a.m. Yeah. And we are going to a place that is going to be the biggest tip you will find to stay cool in Tokyo summer. Let's go. Alright guys, so we are here in Hachijoji and we managed to catch the bus.
Yeah,
And
got in and I was crowded.
yeah, it's very crowded as you can see. And that's Hachijoji Station back there as we're leaving. Bye bye. So we actually found a really cool trick getting here. If you take the Chuo Limited Express, you can actually ride it for the same price as a normal train, as long as there's seats available and not reserved.
Yeah, you have to check the lights. If the lights become green, you have to move fast because otherwise, if people are waiting to get in the train, we'll catch the empty places. We'll have to go with sign up. And wait, it's long. It's just a station in Shinjuku, but it's long.
Yeah. So this is going to be your big tip to stay cool during the summer of Tokyo. As you know, it can be very, very hot. I believe today is 35 degrees.
It's good too.
Yeah, we stopped at Starbucks. So we are on our way now. So let's go. All right, guys, we have arrived at Tokyo Summerland. As you can see behind us, here is the map. One of the great things about Tokyo Summerland is it's actually got multiple things here, and as I mentioned, the main purpose for this is how to keep cool during summer.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of water parks, lots of slides to go check out. So why don't you take this adventure with us?
Let's go.
This is a good way to just come here, especially in the Japanese lifestyle, and kind of kick back, relax, and soak in some waves and maybe do this.
You're grabbing me, you ain't grabbing anyone else. It's fine. Okay? I feel like this angle is going to be horrible, like the worst one ever. Oh.
She kicked me. Summerland I've noticed is like if you're looking for a local place for people to hang out, this seems to be the spot. We haven't seen another gaijin at all. So,
that's true.
Another foreigner at all. It's just Japanese. So it's a pretty authentic summer experience here in Japan. And I'm gonna try to flip Christina.
No! Oh my god! Damn!
Oh no. We're gonna lay around for a bit. Maybe either grab something to eat or find a new ride. See you guys on the flip side. Alright guys, so we have actually done the lazy river twice.
Yeah, so lazy.
Yeah, it was super good. We highly recommend it. And we managed to get on one of the slides. The one thing that I would say is probably a potential downside if you're not used to it would be the lines.
Yeah, they are super slow.
Yeah, they're super slow. I think it took us an hour and a half for one slide.
Yeah.
Overall, it still wasn't
Like,
bad.
the line wasn't so long actually, but the only thing is that they really pay a lot of attention to the security and they are very careful.
Yeah.
So it makes it very slow. That's
Yep.
the only thing. And usually it's like that all over Japan in every park.
Yeah, it's gonna be in every park. But
No.
it's gonna be in every park. But here we are on the Lander ride. It's a little kid's ride, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It goes more my speed. Right? And we are off to fly into space.
How do we go up?
I don't know.
Okay, I didn't understand instructions also. Look at the park! Park is cool. Like, there are many things.
Yeah, it's interesting. Once you go to the back of the park, it actually starts getting emptier. Or I mean, maybe it's because it's 3 in the afternoon, but it's definitely getting less crowded than it was in the front. So we're getting on the Tornado. It's like probably the one roller coaster here in Summerland, and we're gonna try to bring on the camera. We're gonna try to sneak you guys on so you can see. So it'll be pretty cool if we can get it. You know, you always got to go for that thing for the extra shot. So that's what we're gonna do. Hope it works. Alright guys, we have managed to sneak you on board for this tornado adventure. Christina's getting ready. She's got her phone. It's gonna be great. So here we go. Sounds like it's breaking. And there we go. I'm pretty sure I took a dump in my pants. We're good. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. We were back here at home from Tokyo Summerland, and to be honest, it was an awesome experience. There are a few tips we'd like to share with you so you can kind of save money and kind of maximize your time if you plan on going to Tokyo Summerland. The first one's going to be bring your own inner tube. If you plan on using one, whether it be on the lazy river or in the pools, it's best to bring your own because they're going to charge you around 5,000 yen, which is around 45 to 50 US dollars, just to rent one for the day. The second one is going to be don't spend money on lockers. This is actually kind of a trap. You can actually leave all of your stuff just on the walkways, as long as it's not in the path of where people are actually walking. And therefore you can kind of save 600 yen every time you open it. Whereas if you just leave it on the side, many people do it, we did it, and nobody's actually going to mess with your things. The third one, and probably a really good important one, is bring your own food. If you're trying to save money, you can actually bring your own food and drink into the park. It's just the only thing you can't bring is the beer, because this is actually kind of where they make their money, as it's a bit overpriced, but everything else you can bring into the park on your own. Fourth one, and this is maximizing your fun there, make sure to bring your sandals. In general, even though it's at a water park, it's actually going to be very, very hot on the concrete. And not to mention, if you want to get on the rides, you need to be wearing shoes or sandals. So bring sandals just so you don't have to keep switching on shoes if you want to go ride a ride. And then when you want to ride a slide or go into the pools, you can just you can just take them off. Last but definitely not least, make sure to show up early. We made the mistake of showing up around 11:30 during the day. And honestly, at that point, everything had gotten quite full. We were still able to find places to put our stuff, and we were still able to do a lot of things. However, if you're looking to avoid the lines, make sure you show up early when the park opens because the crowds get in around 10 o'clock. If you don't, plan on waiting in line for around an hour to an hour and a half. Leave a comment in the below and if you guys have any comments or feedback or suggestions, make sure to leave a comment below and we'll be able to answer them and maybe get some new ideas, fresh ideas of what you guys want to see in Japan. Thank you guys for joining in our adventure. We hope you really enjoyed this one. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and tick that bell to get notified every time we launch a video. Usually we're trying to upload one every Saturday. And with that, see you guys on the next adventure.